Hey guys, what's good? And welcome to another episode of Nigerian Nerd. Off the bat, you can tell that something new and different is happening with this one. We're gonna have, you guys are gonna cruise with me through Abuja. We're gonna see all the beautiful things that this city has to offer while I talk about something which has occupied my thoughts and occupied my mind for a while now. The beautiful game called Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, the reason I'm doing it like this is because I have a full-time job, a 9 to 5. Usually that's a 9 to 8, 9 to 9 most days. Then I get home 9 p.m. I start setting up recording equipment, start getting up lights, start setting up the tripod and camera just so I can record. Then it takes me another 4 days to edit because I'm exhausted and tired and it's hard. So I'm trying to find ways to streamline my process, my content creation process, so that I don't starve the channel and you guys of the content that you enjoy and love, and I don't die in the process. Because while I'm doing this, mind you, I'm still going to the gym, still training in MMA and all that stuff. So please bear with me, and I will really want to know, what do you guys think of this current style? It makes sense? Makes sense. So yeah, we're gonna hop right into it. Horizon Zero Dawn is set in the future. It's set in the future, but humanity has regressed. We are now Stone Age type humanoids who just use bows and arrows and spears to hunt, forage off the floor, and survive, basically. But then it flips this tried and true storytelling gimmick by making the apex predators of the world artificial intelligence. So there's robots everywhere. Robots that act like horses, robots that act like Tyrannosaurus Rexes, robots with all kinds of different functions. Some are for reconnaissance, some are for hunting and destroying, some are clearly just for complete destruction. Thunderjaw, I'm looking at you. The story of this game is told so carefully and expertly that I ended up playing this game just to find out what led to the future being so different. And mind you, the story isn't the best thing about the game, but that alone is powerful enough to keep you playing for 10, 12, 15 hours because of how well this story was told. Now, let's talk about what I think is the best part of this game, which is its presentation. This game has everything. There are dense forests, there are water-deprived deserts, there are snow-covered mountain peaks, there is anything and everything that you would want in the real world. And this is good because it shows you the beauty that our planet would have without man's tampering. But then at the same time, there are these opposing factors at hand, right? Because despite the fact that the game has, oh shit, I just missed my exit. Oh well. Despite the fact that this game has so much beauty in it, it shows you that in beauty there is also danger. My beautiful ex-girlfriends, I'm looking at all of you. The beauty of this world, it captivates you so much, but at every nook and cranny, at every corner, at every turn, there is something that is trying to rip your head off. Which now leads me to the next point, the gameplay. How does this gameplay hold? Now, depending on who you are, you may say that the gameplay of Horizon Zero Dawn is repetitive. And you know what? You would be right. Also, depending on who you are, you might look at the gameplay of Horizon Zero Dawn and say that it is the most engaging and captivating gameplay that anyone can possibly embark on in this current generation of consoles. And you know what? You would also be right. The game does a very, very good job of not holding your hand. So in other words, there are no tutorials that tell you, oh, you use the bow and arrow here, this monster, you shoot it in the belly, then you shoot it on the back, then you use the fire arrow to kill it. No, the game gives you a bow and arrow, gives you a spear, and it just throws you into the world. You know what? Do as thou wilt. Whatever you want to do, experience, enjoy, die, have fun. Now, if you don't explore, if you don't use all the tools that are at your disposal, you would just use the bow and arrow and the spear and say, this game self, makes sense like that guy, forget them. But if you explore the mini menu that it offers with you, the mini menu comes up without halting gameplay at any point in time. So you're always within the action and flow. There's a warble. The warble has elemental arrows. Certain robots are weak to certain elemental effects. There's a tripcaster, which trips animals using different effects. So there's some that have shock elemental effects, so that's electricity. there's fire, there's explosives, and all of them affect the monsters in varied and different ways. These all do a very great job of enhancing the combat experience of this game. It's powerful, it's engaging, and it expects you to have sense, which is something that game developers tend to not do these days. They just make a tutorial for everything. They take away your sense of wonder and exploration, and they just make it all easy. Horizon Zero Dawn isn't guilty of this. It gives you all the tools and says, you know what, play with it. I hope some people get that reference, but for that reason, it engages you as a gamer. You try certain things. You're allowed to fail. You're allowed to die. You're allowed to explore. It's powerful. It's beautiful. Now, I've been praising this game for like 4 minutes now. What are the cons? First con of this game, for me, is that it starts really slowly. But then that could also be looked at as an intentional approach by the devs, because it starts so slowly. The payoff at the end, when the story starts to unravel, is much more appreciated. So it's really slow at the start. Another thing is a number of the NPCs in the game, they had this thing where when you're talking to them, their lips sort of look like this. So the guy's telling you, I need you to go do this thing, save my daughter. But like, dude, I can't take you seriously because your lip looks like butt right now. So aside from that, like, there were minor issues with the NPCs, the facial animations, the voice acting was a little drab at times. But that you experienced that mostly with like the side quests, the side missions, stuff like that. The actual story, main storyline, the main story quests, they are all really well done. And I really recommend that anyone and everyone who has not played this game in the current gen, if you own a PS4, please play this game. It's worth it. It's definitely the most beautiful game I've played in this current gen. And that is coming from somebody who has played God of War on the PS4 as well. This game is beautiful. You appreciate the earth in all its beauty, in all its splendor, and in all its danger. I really recommend it. Horizon Zero Dawn 2, that's not what it's called, but Horizon Forbidden West has also been announced recently, which means we're getting that on the PS5. That's huge. Aside from that, Horizon Zero Dawn was also released on the PC yesterday, which is powerful. You can play it on the PC now, and I imagine aiming that bow and arrow using a mouse and a keyboard will be a lot more, your aim will be a lot sharper on the mouse. You know, it's like playing first-person shooters using a controller and playing on the mouse. It's not the same. Now, as usual, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this format of video. I'm going to do one for God of War. I'm going to do one on the current state of the next generation consoles. I've been seeing a lot of people taking the piss on Xbox. I don't share that opinion. I'm actually pretty excited for what Microsoft gives us in the next gen. I was pretty pleased with what I saw in their reveal. So I'm going to do a video on that. I'm going to do a video on God of War, and I'm going to do a video on Ghost of Tsushima. If Soso Games can get me the CD before the end of Salah break, that would be great. So yeah, man, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, all right, be safe out there. No corona, please, no corona. Take it easy. Peace.